Hello, magnificent brothers and sisters. Today, being the Blue Magnetic Eagle, this means we have entered the third wave spell within the Green Castle of Enchantment, Wavespell of the Blue Eagle. This kind of means that our exploration of the wave spells together is coming to an end. If you have no idea what wave spells are, pause this video and go watch the video, The Structure of Wave Spells, so all of this can make a little bit more sense. And also the videos, The Structure of the Token and the 5 Destiny Castles. The Blue Eagle wave spell looks like this, starting with the Blue Magnetic Eagle and going through the solar seals until it reaches the blue cosmic hand. So what's the Blue Eagle all about? Well, my name is Men, and I find that very interesting because Blue Eagle is the guardian of the collective consciousness, the guardian of all men and women and children, in a way. He helps us tap into the essence of the mental body of our planet. Therefore, this archetype can feel everything that's going on inside the collective mind. This opens him up to connect with all the inspiration, the dreams, the visions, and the aspirations within the collective, but also with all the fears, the negative thinking, the limiting beliefs, and the unconscious patterns. And there is a lot of darkness in the collective. And Blue Eagle wave spells can actually stir up the collective in order to bring to the surface the deepest wounds and fears that the collective and the individual need to face and heal. The lockdown due to the pandemic actually started on a Blue Eagle wave spell, and I also have the Blue Eagle as my hidden power, so I'm quite sensitive to his energy. So during the first days of the lockdown, I could feel all of the fears within the collective. I was in a constant state of panic and anxiety. Although through my rational mind, I knew that I had actually nothing to fear because I could see through all the mass manipulation and I could rationalize my way out of it, but I could still feel those emotions. And that's how it is for the Blue Eagle. He feels everything that is going on within the collective, every movement, whether we're talking about all of humanity or the collective that he is a part of, such as family, group of friends, or community. And, this can be a little bit overwhelming, but it's also a gift because through the Blue Eagle's attunement to the collective, he presents us with insights regarding the collective and what it needs in order to grow, evolve, and step outside of its unconsciousness. So Blue Eagle is actually super attuned to the needs of the tribe, and he invites us to join in the uplifting of our collective. His insights shape the unconscious mind on a personal level and on a planetary level. This is why he's an awakener, a transformer, an alchemist that brings the unconsciousness of our being to the surface so we can become conscious of it and integrate it. And it is only by pouring love on our wounds that we can heal them individually and collectively. And this is pretty much what's happening today on a planetary scale. The collective consciousness is shaken up, so naturally this will feel very chaotic and out of control because there's a lot to heal there. But it is from the depths of chaos and disorder that a new harmony can arise. Blue Eagle is an emissary of the skies, flying high above, and with his eagle-eye vision, he sees everything around him in total clarity. In Romania, we have this saying that says that you can't see the forest because of the trees. Kind of saying that when we're looking at the world from a limited point of view, this keeps us from seeing the world around us clearly. And Blue Eagle helps us rise above our situation, our personal problems, above our limited point of view that we might have about ourselves, life, and reality, helping us see the bigger picture. This way, he helps us detach from the fixed point of view through which we are looking at the world to see things from a higher perspective, the perspective of our higher self. He offers us a much more universal point of view of life, our experiences, and our destiny. And from this vast, limitless, and planetary perspective, our ego begins to dissolve with spiritual visions and wisdoms and understandings about life. Because he flies high up in the sky, he connects us with the spiritual wisdom of Father Sky, soaring on the currents of the wind. But his gaze is always fixed down onto Mother Earth. This is because all of the spiritual wisdoms and visions that he receives from Father Sky are meant to support Mother Earth and her children on their path to wholeness and healing. And this is why he is the planetary visionary. He knows that our spiritual blossoming will unfold the moment our collective consciousness merges with the consciousness of Mother Earth. And he's here to help us achieve that. And I also recommend you to watch the video The Noosphere. The noosphere is another word describing the planetary mental sphere, containing both the collective of us as humans and the consciousness of the planet and the biosphere. I explain more about this in that video. Blue Eagle is here to envision the most beautiful reality for all of humanity, where all beings thrive and live in harmony with their environment and with one another. And this is his message, that we need to heal our relationship with the earth, which is our source of love, truth, nourishment, and wisdom. He gives us direct access to the wisdom of Mother Earth, and he connects us with its crystalline core. This connection is an amazing source of pure love, giving us all the motivation we need to keep on protecting our mother and directing all our efforts to awaken her children from the fears that make them not only reject the connection with the earth, but these fears even make humans destroy and disrespect their mother. In the shadow aspects, Blue Eagle ends up denying his power to create the reality he wishes. Instead of being the empowered creator of his life, he becomes a victim of the world, falling asleep inside the collective unconscious that becomes his burden. Due to his sensitivity, he picks up on a lot of the wounds within the collective and turns them into his own. He absorbs a lot of the wounds and the unconsciousness within the collective, but it's only because there's something within him that resonates with those wounds. And I'm saying this because I've noticed how a lot of people speak about how, I'm not, these are not my wounds, these are the wounds of the collective, and I'm just transmuting them. Yes, we are transmuting, especially if we have the Blue Eagle within our galactic signature, but again, we pick up on those wounds because a part within us resonates with them. So, Blue Eagle begins making himself small, squeezing himself in a box of mediocrity, which seems to satisfy the rest of the collective, and he tries to fit in, to become a conformist. But if we unconsciously see ourselves as the victim of a cruel world, then this is the reality that we are creating for ourselves. Yellow seed is actually the complementary energy of this archetype, so Blue Eagle needs to start becoming aware of his unconscious patterns and negative thinking, if he wants to take his power back, that is. And then, when he does this, his vision can actually transform into the seeds of a new world, because these visions need to be manifested not only so our being can develop and achieve its goal, but these visions need to be manifested for the good of the collective as well, to inspire others to change and choose a way of life that honors our sacred relationship to nature and the earth and our connection to one another. So Blue Eagle really pushes us to realize our dreams and visions, giving them wings to fly. He reminds us that we came to Earth so that we can help ourselves, others, and the planet grow and evolve. He represents the understanding that we are all one and we are all here to walk the path back to unity. And he gives us an unshakable faith in our visions, an unshakable faith in humanity. Because for the Blue Eagle to see his vision manifested, he needs to first believe that it is possible. And when we look at the current state of the world, it's really easy to get lost in the belief that there is no hope for humanity and that there is no salvation for the earth. And Blue Eagle can actually bring to the surface a lot of our hopelessness, which can be a really difficult place to be in. But these are just distorted thoughts in which it's easy to get caught up in. So Blue Eagle asks us to become aware of this dark cloud that we have unveiled ourselves in, and he asks us to ground ourselves so that we can keep our center and not allow all of these negative thoughts to push us into even more darkness. And another lesson offered by the Blue Eagle is the awareness that our personal experiences are gateways that allow us to understand people around us on a very deep level. Blue Eagle's experiences are always a reflection of what is happening on a collective level. We tend to think that we are unique and special and different, which we are, but in truth, we all feel the same, we suffer the same, we rejoice the same. And through this understanding is how Blue Eagle helps us develop real compassion. And I recently had an epiphany when I was watching, I don't remember what documentary, but it spoke there about the difference between empathy and compassion. For a long time, I thought they were one and the same thing, but that's not actually true. Empathy helps us to feel the emotions of another person, to understand their experiences, and to immerse ourselves in them. But compassion actually takes this empathy one step further. Compassion means that we feel another person's pain and then we do something about it to relieve them of that pain. And through this compassion, we can be of service to the world, which is all that the Blue Eagle wants to do, to be of service for his brothers and sisters and for his Mother Earth. And through compassion, we can align our individual wishes with the wish to serve those around us. Caution, because this leads him to another shadow similar to the Red Dragon, where he loses himself in the desire to be of service to others, forgetting how to take care of himself. He feels overwhelmed by all the work that needs to be done to give life to his visions that he forgets how to nourish himself properly, and this really throws his whole being off balance, and he exhausts himself until he is depleted of vital energy. And when we reach this point, this means it's no longer real compassion that is motivating us, because real compassion can only come from a place of fullness and fulfillment. So it's really important that we find the balance between giving to others and giving to ourselves. Also, Blue Eagle helps us explore what our actual motivation is when it comes to serving others. Are we of service because this is what feels right for us to do? Or is there something within our unconsciousness that is pushing us to act? Because usually when we push ourselves too much to give to others, even if our intentions are good, this also means that somewhere within our unconsciousness there is a need for recognition. And this is also the case for the Blue Eagle, who takes on the role of world savior. And by overgiving to others, he nourishes the image that he has about himself and his pride. So if we're doing something because we want to prove to ourselves and to others what a good and caring person we are kind of smearing the purity of our intentions. And Blue Eagle reminds us that if we want to truly give, we need to do this selflessly. Real gifts can only come from a place of fullness and fulfillment, not out of the desire to reassure ourselves of our good nature. So during these 13 days, allow the eagle to take you on a journey within the collective unconscious to discover what are the wounds within the collective that are resonating within our own being so that we can heal them. Because once we heal them within ourselves, we are kind of like opening a door that gets wider and wider the more people hear their own unconsciousness. And then it becomes, let's say, a little bit easier for the rest of the collective to enter through that door of healing. So open up your being to receive its visions and insights and ask yourself, how can I best be of service? How can I detach myself from the limited point of view that I have of the world and see life and my destiny and the world from a higher perspective? How can I cultivate more compassion within me? How can I best support Mother Earth and her children? How can I find the balance between giving to myself and giving to others? And what is my true motivation to give to others? So if there are any questions about the dream spell or to decode your galactic signature and understand yourself a little bit more deeply, or if you want to order one of the dream spell orgonite pendants, handmade with epoxy resin and crystals, you can contact me either on my Facebook page, my Instagram, or on my email. And you can also watch the video dream spell orgonite pendants to see how these pendants are made. Wishing you a visionary wave spell, and I will see you on the yellow magnetic star. In Lak'Ech.